think about it. Me, I got a triathlon coming up, and I am in deep training. Bye-bye.
So I wanted to do a video on my BMW E90 330i N52 dual stage intake manifold with the two D sub valves in the manifold itself. A few caveats. I've owned my car for about 6 years now. I've loved it for this entire time. It's been an absolute great daily driver. But I wanted to talk about today about changing the differential and changing specifically in the naturally aspirated E90s, and specifically the 6-cylinder ones. So with one of my most favorite mods that I've done with this car is with my 6-speed manual, I changed the differential out for the 3.64 diff that you see in the automatic BMW 330i. A few things right off the bat. If you're on the fence about whether or not you should do this, absolutely get this done. This is one of my favorite things that I've had of the car. There's significantly more engagement. I'm actually spending time rolling through the gears, and the pickup when you're off the line, or if you're just trying to pass people, it's significantly better. So I'm very happy about that. The other thing to note is that for me specifically, I live out in Vancouver, British Columbia, and I do a lot of trips from Vancouver to Whistler, and there's a lot of engagement the entire time you're driving those roads. There's again, you're going through the full RPM range. You're always shifting back and forth, and for a car like this and for our roads out here, it's been absolutely phenomenal. So I've personally loved it. When I changed out my differential, a few things to note that you do want to do, and a few considerations. For me, I've debated whether or not I should go with the M Factory LSD. Now, I don't do any sort of autocrossing. I don't race the car whatsoever. It is mainly just spirited driving. For me, I didn't bother going with it because I just didn't see what if I'd really get the full value out of that, if I would get the full utility out of just daily driving it. If you're on the track, it's a bit of a different story, but on daily streets, I just don't see the purpose of doing that. But something to consider if you're going to be tracking the car. So a few things to consider when doing this. One of the things that I did do is I changed out all the seals. I changed out the oil, so it's completely fresh oil. You might as well get that done while you're in there and doing this job, and you'll be good to go. The way I did it myself is I actually, some word of advice. If you have access to a lift, a friend that's able to lift your car, definitely do it that way. I ended up doing it on the ground with the car on jack stands. It's still doable. It is just a bit of a pain. Here's a photo here. I'll try to splice it in there. There you have it. So it is possible to do it on the ground, but you're going to be bench pressing the damn thing, trying to get it loaded into the subframe. So a few things to note there, but definitely doable. It will take a little bit of work, but it's definitely doable. So if you're thinking about going through with this, if you have a 330i manual, go with the 364 differential. If you have a 328i manual as well, and yours is rear wheel drive, from my research for the 328s, what you're going to want to do is get the rear differential from the 328xi automatics. Reasons for that is the other move that you'll want to do in combination with the 328xi rear diff is swap in the intake manifold from the N54, and that's going to bring up a bit more. You're going to lose a little bit of torque at the lower RPM range, but with the dramatic increase with the differential on the 328s from the XIs, you'll be able to regain a little bit of that in the lower end. This is just like from my own research, looking at reading up on forums. There's someone specifically that did a lot of this as well, but I'm just distilling this into a video. So that's the move there. 330i 6-speed, get the 364. 328i manual, get the automatic diff from the 328xi. So a few things to note there. In terms of engagement, what I'll do, I'll put up a video right now of just a few launches of me going through the gears, just to kind of give you a bit of an idea of how how a bit more engaged it is. Okay, so for simplicity's sake, I'm just gonna do a handheld video like this and roll through the gears and see what's happening on the RPMs, what speed we're at. We're at kilometers here, by the way, and just give you an overall look and feel. So let's get into first, and let's start it up. So right away you are a lot more engaged. All right, one real quick pull. Now, one thing I also want to talk about, in terms of daily drivability, with the 364 diff in your 330i, it's no big deal. You do go through gears a little bit more, but I think the other thing to note is that it just seems like that power is just a bit more available. I don't know, sounds kind of crazy, but like when I need to open it up, there's immediate pickup right then and there. And yeah, I've been dailying it like this for about 4 years, and it's just been great for me. Anyways, take care. I have other questions, subscribe, leave a comment, and if you want other videos, other content, then let me know.